Good morning, my name's Charlene and I attend Parkhead Nazarene and I have done so for the last 4 years with my son and my husband. Today I'll be speaking to you about Psalms 40 verses 1 to 10. It says, I waited patiently for the Lord, he turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, who does not look to the proud, to those who turn aside to false gods. Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us, none can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell you of your deeds, they would be too many to declare. Sacrifice and offerings you did not desire, but my ears you have opened. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. Then I said, Here I am, I have come. It is written about me in the scroll. I desire to do your will. My God, your law is within my heart. I proclaim your saving acts in the great assembly. I do not seal my lips, Lord, as you know. I do not hide your righteousness in my heart. I speak of your faithfulness and your saving help. I do not conceal your love and your faithfulness from the great assembly. Where it says, I wait patiently for the Lord, he turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. For me, this was almost physical. He lifted me out of the slimy pit and mud and mire. Our son Sonny brought us to church, as he'd been going with his granddad since the age of 3 or 4, and when he got the part of Joseph in the Christmas nativity play, we had to go along and see him. This is where our lives changed. From that day on, everything was different. We were lifted from the slimy pit. My husband got a place in the Christian rehab through Parkhead Nazarene, and that was just the start of the help for our family. Verse 3, he put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. We quite literally were given a new vocabulary, a new way of communicating to each other and others. A hymn of praise to our God. We love nothing more than to praise God in songs of worship. It's a beautiful thing that brings joy for us as a family. Verse 5, many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell you of your deeds, there would be too many to declare. When I meet someone new and I'm telling them about the miracles God has done in our life, it's almost like I'm exaggerating, as if they don't quite believe me. God can do lots of amazing little things along the way, but he can also totally transform lives in a matter of days, weeks and months, and that's what happened to us. The big things that really stand out are the fact that he rescued us from drug abuse, violence and a lifestyle of misery and depression. He gave us a new flat, somewhere safe to live, to start a new life in Christ. He gave me a husband and my son a father. He gave us a wedding, a baptism, food and clothing, jobs and university. And as amazing as all the physical things are, the best things God has given to us are things in our hearts that cannot be seen, like respect, trust, love, hope, a serving heart, forgiveness and peace. And these are the things that we are in awe of every day of our lives. Verse 10, I do not hide your righteousness in my heart. I speak of your faithfulness and your saving help. I do not conceal your love and your faithfulness from my great assembly. So it seems everywhere I go, I always find a way of telling people about God and his faithfulness and saving help. This reminds me of a funny story. When I first started coming to church and I never knew all the lingo, I was introduced to someone called Jeffrey from Los Angeles. But in fact it was Jeffrey and I was an evangelist. And as funny as that was, my husband now always calls me a wee evangelist. He says that everywhere I go, I try and tell people about God and what He's done in our lives. What have I learned about life, faith and God? I've learned that God is a giver. He gives in abundance, and that also goes for forgiveness. I've learned that He's faithful, and so that we should be faithful to Him. I've learned that God's love will never fail, and that to me is beautiful. Thank you for listening.